Today is the day. Tonight at 7 p.m., PlayStation Blackout begins. That's right. Hashtag psblackout. The PlayStation Boycott for 7 days to send a message to Sony. And many of you know and will go longer. See, they're requesting, the gaming community is requesting it's do a week to send a message, but by all means, we know many of you are done with PlayStation already. You're never coming back. You've been boycotting Sony, every Sony product possible. You'll never buying Sony again. If you never want to play your PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, have at it. Never play it. Never buy them. You know what I'm saying? So, this has caught fire. This has caught fire. All of the gaming columns are talking about it. Like, what's interesting is, see, the left, the right, and the middle don't give up about Sony anymore. Nobody cares. With them saying that they are now going to, they're not going to make discs after January 2028, and they were giving us fudged numbers, and people are finding out that a lot more physical games are bought than you actually think. And in certain ways, they've been made more scarce, so that it skews the numbers. And also, they're counting DLC, and they're counting other digital transactions. And they're counting the fact that there are certain games that only release digital because of their budget. You know, it's cheaper for them to distribute digitally. They're counting that all skews the numbers, and then trying to turn around and say, see, you guys only want digital. Wrong. So, people are angry at this. It's caught fire, and it's kind of funny because, you know, there's certain columns that, you know, they've been accused of shilling for Sony, and nobody seems to have been okay with this. And there's been a couple of people, but they're all compromised that are saying that they're okay with it. And I tell you this, if they were shilling, a lot of them ain't really shilling anymore in certain manners because they're telling you about this blackout. They're letting you know when it begins and everything. They're doing stories on it. If they wanted to be quiet, they could have. And it would be less traction. But they're talking about it. So, starts tonight, 7 p.m., your local time, and it stops next Sunday at 7 p.m. also, I believe. And at that point, either you can, you know, you've sent your message and you continue doing whatever you do, or you continue to send your message because you like, I'm done with them, you know? So I've already seen comments. There's a lot of people out there, they literally don't play their PlayStation anymore. They play their Xbox, or they play their PC, or they've moved to PC or Xbox, whatever it is, their Nintendo Switch. They don't F with Sony anymore. Sony has been in a race to destroy their reputation. It's amazing. It actually kind of, though it happened longer, in a longer run with how Disney did when they started effing up all their movies and TV series, and they're just losing millions and billions, and they're blaming it on, oh, we just put out too much. Nah, wrong. You put out the wrong content. People wanted something else, and you were trying to force feed them another thing. That's why you lost millions or billions of dollars. And other companies did too. It reminds me of that, but the how quickly Sony did it. Like, they sprinted to the finish line of being hated by gamers. You know, Disney's been plodding along since around 2019, you know, to finally get to this, to where their Star Wars movies don't pull in any money. You know, there's all this stuff going on. You know what I'm talking about. So, but they did it within a few weeks. Within a few weeks. They're the most hated gaming company, or maybe the most hated company on the planet right now. And they've only answered their investors. Seems like they don't care about who actually made them. So they haven't spoken to the public. And every single video they make, every trailer they make, every live stream they do, every picture post they do, every typed post they do gets destroyed, annihilated in the comments. No disc, no buy, some variation of that, and why it's wrong of them to take the discs away from the gamers. They're being sued by like 5 or 6 countries right now. They're also being sued by Stop Killing Games and Does It Play. Like, it's been on the mainstream news. I don't understand how they plan to hold out. They've destroyed their reputation so much, with me in particular, and I know if they've destroyed it with me, there's other gamers that feel like me, millions across the planet, that feel like me, and maybe even they feel worse, you know? Like, I can no longer trust them. You remember, I've been telling you guys ever since I started gaming on YouTube, I'm a Sony guy. You know, never a Sony pony, because a Sony pony is like, you know, those are the real meaning of fanatical. You know, they're so fanatical, you know, it's a religion to them, you know, just everything Sony does is fine. And, you know, like, no, okay. I'll talk about it when something happens that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm a guy, I've already told you guys this. You guys are the ones that put me on digital buying, because when I started gaming, I bought the PS4. When I started gaming on YouTube, okay, because remember, I've been gaming since Atari 2600. But I started gaming on YouTube. You know, I remember in a live stream, one of you guys like asked me, "Yo, you gonna play this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go to the store to get it." And you were like, "No, man, we can buy games online now. You can buy it right on the PS4 and download it." I was like, "Oh, really?" So I've been doing that ever since y'all told me about it. But one thing that I never wanted was the option for the disc to go away. I know how important it is to you guys. The midnight waiting, you know what I'm saying, in line to get that physical copy. The collector in you, the admirer in you, seeing it there on your shelf. With them doing this, they take away the hobby that many people love. It brings them joy. It brings them happiness. They're taking it away from them. And people don't like when you take away their happiness, especially when you don't have to. And we know you don't have to, because you're still making Blu-ray discs for movies. You're still making vinyl records for music. You're still making cassette tapes for music, which I didn't believe when I first heard that. And of course, they're still making CDs. So even though most music is streamed right now, or downloaded digitally right now to be played, you still make that. And you're trying to push that, and we know why you're doing it. It's all about money. We know it's all about the money. And I don't know if it's because of, I don't know why. If it's because of the tariffs, is it because of the DRAM shortage? Is it because, you know, like the prices, of course, of RAM. Is that what it is? Or is it several reasons all together? You know that no one wants the PS6, and you know it's going to be overpriced, and no one's going to buy it. So to offset the fact that nobody's really going to be buying it, you need to do things so that you're getting all profit. That's what I'm thinking. It's a combination of certain things all together. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's the bottom line. And when people know that all you give a damn about is your bottom line, then they start to walk away. Whether you pretend to, or if you really do care about the consumer, if you at least pretend to care, they don't walk away because they're like, hey, they care about us. We'll be loyal and continue to support you. But when you show blatantly you don't give a damn, people are walking away. They don't give a damn, and they're doing it in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just like, look, PS5 is my last console, period. Some are like, I'm never playing a Sony product again, whether it's a record player, which you bring that out, you know what I mean, right after you do that. And it's like, wait a minute. Like, if that's the most tone deaf, or it could be the most stupid decision in the world, after you tell people you're not going to make physical video games for them anymore, then you bring out a record player, it's almost like slapping them in the face. I mean, spitting in their face, laughing at them, pointing. You know what I'm saying? So you got all this. It's amazing what's going on. Then you get the email that just came out the other day reminding everybody, you don't own a damn thing. You don't own nothing. Okay? You don't own nothing. You buy it, you're not buying nothing. You're buying a license, and you're basically renting the game until we decide to take it down if we feel like it. And then Robin Hood comes out of nowhere. Because we know Sony, PlayStation, and GTA, Rockstar, Take-Two, we know they in cahoots. But we can't figure out exactly who set it in motion. The theory is that Rockstar told Sony, look, we want to do this only digital. So we need you to kind of jump on board with this. We're the biggest product of all time. You know, they got the leverage because they're the biggest thing of all time, you know. And that's the reason why they're going on. They just kind of use that to, you know, use GTA 6 as a Trojan horse to usher in the all digital age. And it ain't working. It's not working. And now you got CyberLeak. It's like, nah. Okay, I don't know what type of diabolical genius the man is, but he has hacked Take-Two. He has hacked Rockstar Games, and now he has a full playable GTA 6 game. He's releasing stuff. He got his own KuCoin, meme coin, and he's making money. He's releasing clips, but he also burned all the tokens, the dev tokens, to show people that, look, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Okay? Like, it's just crazy. And he said if y'all catch him, it's getting released. Every day, he's got it scheduled to be released, and he has to cancel that release. If he's not there to do it, he's going to release it worldwide. Why? So, this is way bigger than what Sony ever thought it would be. They stepped in a mountain of doo-doo. And their investors are worried. They're trying to calm down the investors. GTA told them not to stop using their artwork on their page now, on their PlayStation icon too. No, we're getting too much. It ain't gonna stop. And you got smaller devs and other devs that ain't do a damn thing. Every time Sony posts something, people are talking about no disc, no buy. And other devs out there, all the good devs out there, all the good people out there in the gaming community, I think you know that the gamers, they don't hate you. They hate Sony. They don't hate you. So they're sending a message while they're like, this is a damn good trailer. I'm not going to type, this is a damn good trailer. They're typing, no disc and no buy. I'll buy your game when it eventually come out on physical, but they got to send that message. So I don't think, overall, I think it will hurt numbers in a certain way, but as long as you're bringing it out physical, you're good. It might hurt digital numbers, but it's not going to hurt. If you bring out physical because people are on a war path for physical, you're going to see numbers for physical going up. And I hear that numbers for physical have shot up all over the world because of what's going on. So that's another way people are sending that message. They are buying more physical discs. I myself have ordered physical just to send that message that it's important. See, even though I was mainly a guy that was ordering digitally and downloading them, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that choice taken away from you. So I'll continue to speak out for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I've ran it for a while. I actually downed a cup of coffee my wrestling fans will know what that is. I downed a cup of coffee before I started this video. And what was crazy is I only expected to talk for a couple of minutes and let you know about the boycott going on. But man, this turned into a gigantic rant. So, I probably will game today at some point, but you will see me stop by 7. And my gaming live streams will return next Sunday. And and you guys, like I said, you do what you gotta do. Everyone shows their displeasure in different ways. So whether you're fully boycotting, partially boycotting, you're commenting, whatever it is that you're doing, you do what's best for you. But Sony does need to know what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do not advocate for doing anything illegal, but some people have taken things into their own hands. And here's the thing with that, too. A lot of people feel that what Sony's doing is illegal. They feel that what the game companies have been doing is illegal. They feel that, because of their corporate power, the way laws are written, the way regulations are written, that in some form or fashion, these roundabout, loopholey ways, that what they're doing is not right. It's not morally right. And certain things may be legal or illegal, but then there's the question of whether something is morally right or not. And that's the reason why CyberLeak is a hero to so many people. Because the gamers feel as though they've been getting the shaft for years. And then you got a guy that comes along and in a couple of days, Take-Two loses $2.3 billion, whatever, because of his leaks. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've been selling a bunch of nothing to gamers forever that you could just snatch away from them. People feel like it's karma. They don't care. And when the big companies show that they don't care about the people retaliate and show you how much they don't give up about you too. So that's the reason why if purchasing isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. That's the reason why they're saying that. I personally don't pirate. I just like to stay away from all the illegalities out there. But I understand why a bunch of people are doing it. It's a damn shame. Well, feeling good. Go get a workout in. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think. Are you participating? Are you not? What are you doing to Boycott that rhymed on Hate to Play the Game. Bars. Album dropping next week. Pre-order right now is dropping in all digital and, most importantly, physical formats. Link in the description box. 10 million subscribers. Woo!